Morning driver, this train is for Shoeburyness. Board passengers here before your booked 0823 departure. So press T to open the doors. Switch to AC mode because this is a reskin of a South London network train. I think this is also a problem with the London Brighton 377s because I don't think Dovetail actually expected anyone to use these trains in the AC mode. So I set that to 8, headlights on to the day position, and wait for departure. So we have a danger signal up ahead, so put the DRA on. We are waiting for a stopping train to come in from Shenfield. So we are following along train 9 Zulu 94, the 0823 London Liverpool Street to Shoeburyness service, which was cancelled between Stratford Le Hope and Shoeburyness due to an issue with the train crew. So we will be calling at London Liverpool Street, Stratford, Barking, Dagenham Dock, Rainham and Purfleet. So a journey time of about half an hour. The next stop is Stratford at 8:30. So reverse to forward. The signal ahead is now clear. DRA off and power to notch 2. So it's passing London Liverpool Street. The speed limit is 15 miles an hour and we have about 4 miles to Stratford Regional. So over in the distance is a 317 coming in from Cheshunt, not Enfield Town. Yeah, that's actually just a reskin of class 455 from Super Alps. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. So the speed limit should shortly be going up to 30. I think try saying should shortly 3 times. So the speed limit is 30 miles an hour and we can accelerate to that when we pass the speed board, when the whole train is past it. So this is a pair of 321s from Southend, Victoria. I'm not sure because of the pandemic how long trains are around London, because the only reason to run trains now is to transport key workers around. And I don't think, I mean, it is London, but I'm not sure how many key workers there are in London and how long the trains would be. And you're speeding already. Like, would this train have actually been formed of 8 coaches or 4? I think 4 because I think this train ran on Sunday the 5th of April and today is the 6th. Yeah, pretty much recording this one pretty much exactly after I recorded the journey from Purfleet to Stratford. So the route I'm on currently is the Great Eastern Main Line from RSC. So when I get to Stratford, I'm going to cut the video there, load up the merged route, then drive from Stratford to Purfleet as normal. So speed limit is 40 coming up to 50. So the station on the left is Bethnal Green. Trains stop there are London Overground trains out of Liverpool Street. Speed limit is now 50. Yeah, this is why talking and driving is difficult, because you kind of miss things. Speed limit should be 50. 50 coming up to 70. So at Stratford, I will stop right at the end of the platform, platform 8, because between platforms 5 and 8 you got 2 London Underground lines. I don't know which line though. I could Google it. I think it's the red one. I think the red one is the central line, I think. I don't know. I don't know the underground that well. So the speed limit now is going up to 70 miles an hour. And our train has passed it, so we can now put the power to maximum and accelerate up to 70. Even though we should be approaching Stratford pretty soon. So at 70 miles an hour, I'm going to put back the throttle. Then I think we'll just coast most of the way into Stratford. So at Stratford we will join the North London line from Willesden and Richmond and Clapham. A line from platform, I think it's 11 and 12 will go towards, I forget. Also we'll join with several London Underground lines and the Docklands Light Railway, which I think is already on the right. So speed limit is going down to 50 as we approach Stratford Regional. Yeah, not to be confused with the international station, which is literally just down the road in a certain direction. Yeah, I think on this journey the route should be all green because it's kind of quiet. Oh yeah, that flashing yellow down there should be green. It's just that the route beyond Stratford on this part is not routed. So it thinks we're going to go on the up fast, which is wrong because we'll be going on the down slow, or the down electric. So arriving into Stratford, I'm aiming to stop right at the end of the platform. So on the far left are the London Overground platforms for trains to Richmond and Clapham Junction. And arrival at Stratford. The next stop is Barking at 8:40. Okay. So we're ready to forward power to full. So departing Stratford, the speed limit is 60 miles an hour, and we have about 4 miles to Barking. Yeah, I think that signal is wrong because we're not taking any diversionary route, we're going straight on the down slow. So the next station will be Maryland. I also think on this particular day the fast lines were closed, because I was looking at the 360 timetable from Chelmsford to Liverpool Street, and it came in on platform 5 at Stratford. So I think the fast lines are closed. So now doing 60, the speed limit is now 50. Didn't read to that. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And so after Forest Gate, we will come off the Great Eastern, turn right towards the Goblin Line, and then into Barking. Then we will travel on the London, Tilbury, and Southend Railway towards Purfleet. I wonder if anyone at Dovetail has actually considered doing the London, Tilbury and Southend Railway and trains him all the way from Fenchurch Street to Shoeburyness. I'm probably going to annoy so many people by saying it that way. These two pirate signals are really close to each other. A bit like a really long container train would kind of block multiple signal blocks. So as we come off the Great Eastern, the speed limit goes down to 20, then up to 25, then down to 15 as we approach Wood Grange Park on the Goblin Line. It's just slowing down to 20 and release. So the line straight on is the Great Eastern Main Line towards Norwich and Shenfield, and the line we're taking is a kind of chord between the Great Eastern and the Goblin Line. I wonder how much this is used. I think it's used quite a lot for container trains. Like container trains from like the north to the Channel Tunnel at Dagenham. So the line from the left joining us is the Goblin Line from Gospel Oak. Yeah, I think around London there's quite a few freight lines. I think there's actually quite a lot. Probably because freight kind of has to go around London because it can't really go through it. The station we're now approaching is Wood Grange Park. So coming through here at a very steady 15 miles an hour. And we should be able to accelerate fairly soon. To what speed? I don't know. I think it's like 30 or 45. So the speed limit is now increasing to 45 miles an hour. And there's another 387 going from Shoeburyness to Liverpool Street. So pretty much back the way we came. So we should be able to accelerate to 45 pretty soon. Oh, speed limit went up to 30 and now it's 45. There's no speed bump for 30. So there should be a line joining us from the left, which is from London Fenchurch Street, the usual terminus for C2C. Does C2C actually stand for anything? Like what do C and C mean in C2C, or is it just a name? Getting a bit of lag. And you're also speeding again. Why do you keep doing this? So at Barking we are due into platform 7, which is mostly towards the end, like the right hand side. Next to platform 8. Also next to platform 6. One of the more annoying things about this route, this merged route, is that the Goblin isn't electrified, which means platform 1 isn't electrified, which means you kind of have to use 172s, which have already transferred to West Midlands trains. So it kind of looks out of place in 2020. Because there should be 710s there. So we are now approaching Barking. I'm aiming to stop right at the end of the platform. At the end of the platform where the S car stop sign is. I might have come in a little bit too quickly. There's a 172 on the left to Gospel Oak, calling at every stop. And arrival at Barking. The next stop is Dagenham Dock at 8:44, so reverser to forward and power to notch 3. So it's passing Barking, the speed limit is 45 miles an hour, and we have about 3 miles to Dagenham Dock. So line to the left is, I think it's a freight line to somewhere. Also London Underground lines, also to somewhere. I think the National Rail lines to the left go towards a container terminal, I think. So in a very short while we should be coming up on Ripple Yard. At the start of it. There's more after it until we get into Dagenham. Oh, the limit is 60. So this is the beginning of Ripple Yard. Yeah, it's fairly big. So what happens is the up line, it goes towards the right around one part of the yard, and the down line goes around the other. So what I just stuck in here was a few container flats that were empty, and that's it. Yeah, I've never been here, so I don't know what's in here. But no, I think because everybody kind of needs supplies like food, medicine, there probably will be more container trains, which means this yard will be a bit quieter than usual. Yeah, because everybody is kind of panic buying because some people are really stupid. It means that shops run out of products quicker, which means they have to order more, which means that trains have to run more services in order to cope with demand. I mean, at least everybody makes more money because everybody's buying more. Even though I'm saying that, it does lead to a shortage. So that's kind of bad. So we should be approaching Dagenham Dock, where we join HS1 from St Pancras. So start braking now for the station. So you can just see Dagenham Dock coming up here. You can see HS1 on the right. Or you can kind of see it. You can also see the catenary. I think we should see 395 from Faversham to St Pancras past us before we get to Purfleet. So at Dagenham Dock, I am aiming to stop at the S car stop sign. And arrival at Dagenham Dock. crawling up to the end. And stop. The next stop is Rainham at 8:48. So reverses to forward and power to full. So departing Dagenham Dock, the speed limit is 60 miles an hour, and we have about 2 miles to Rainham, the one in Essex, not Kent. Yeah, I've kind of run out of things to say because I just finished recording the journey in the other direction from Purfleet to Stratford. So I think I might be a bit quiet. We don't have that far to the next station. So I think the next video after this one should be a time lapse from Wentlug Freightliner Terminal in Wales to Felixstowe, which is going to take absolutely ages to put together. But I think it's a nice idea. I mean, my video from King's Cross to Newcastle in the night won't perform really well. Probably because it's kind of unique. Oh yeah, that sound was my chair, not me. I didn't fart. So Rainham should be coming up fairly soon. We've got 0.7 miles left. So I think that 395 into St Pancras should have left Purfleet by now. So up ahead you can see the platforms for Rainham station. And I should have broke a little earlier. So aiming to stop at the end of the platform. And arrival at Rainham. The next stop is Purfleet, arriving at 8:53. So reverser to forward. Power to notch 3. So it's departing Rainham, the speed limit is 60 miles an hour, and we'll have about 3 1/3 miles to Purfleet, which is as far as we can go because the rest of the way to Shoeburyness isn't modelled. So after leaving Rainham, HS1 should come over us. I think it's twice. Maybe once. Or maybe it comes over us once, and then there's a different bridge carrying something else. That's not HS1. Also, speed limit should be going down to 50 soon. So if you want to try the scenario out for yourself, a link to Google Drive will be in the description, and you just have to search for this scenario. Then download the zip file, extract all of its elements, extract all of its files, and then follow the install instructions. A list of requirements for each scenario is provided. So part one is from Liverpool Street to Stratford, and then part 2 is from Stratford to Purfleet. Because on the North London, Goblin, Faversham and Sheerness merged route, Liverpool Street isn't included. So you kind of have to drive that bit separately on a different route. I wonder where that 395 went. Oh wait, here's HS1. What's that bridge over there then? Something else. something else probably. So we should be coming up on Purfleet pretty soon. Also the speed limit is going down to 50. Oh, I heard it. Didn't see it. So Purfleet should be just around this corner. I think around here, because there isn't that much stuff, I can't even read the frame rate because it's kind of blended in with the background. So it looks to me kind of like between 20 and 30 FPS. So Purfleet is coming up now, so I'm aiming to stop at the end of the platform. So this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed me taking this pair of 387s out of Liverpool Street. Yeah, it's a very unusual route. I don't think anyone else has tried making a video of this. Yeah, I might have slowed down a bit too early. So thank you for watching. Follow me on Twitter for future video updates. And I'll see you next time, which should be a time lapse of sorts. And arrival at Purfleet.